Here's the MVP debate nobody saw coming. Sabrina Ionescu might just steal the award right from under everyone's noses. Dallas. When Napheesa Collier went down with that nagging ankle injury, something shifted in the WNBA's most valuable player landscape. Suddenly, the race that seemed predictable has turned into something far more fascinating. And Sabrina Ionescu finds herself positioned as the surprising contender who could shake up everything. For those just tuning into the WNBA MVP conversation, here's what you need to know. This award typically goes to the player who combines exceptional individual performance with team success. Think of it as recognizing the person who elevates not just their own game, but their entire squad's championship hopes. Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello didn't mince words before their commanding 88-77 victory over Dallas last Friday. She flat out declared that her four-time All-Star point guard deserves serious MVP consideration, stating Ionescu should be right up there among the frontrunners. But here's where it gets controversial. Is a coach's endorsement enough to legitimately thrust a player into the MVP spotlight, or are we witnessing some strategic campaigning? What makes Ionescu's candidacy particularly intriguing is her refreshingly honest perspective on the whole situation. Rather than chasing individual accolades, she's laser-focused on something bigger, delivering back-to-back WNBA championships to New York. That's the top of everything, Ionescu revealed in her conversation with The Post, demonstrating the kind of team-first mentality that championship cores are built around. But don't mistake her team-first attitude for lack of confidence in her individual impact. Ionescu understands exactly what happens when she operates at an elite level. Obviously, I know when I'm playing like an MVP, we always have a great chance of winning, she explained. When I'm out there doing all the things that I do, because for me, it's not just about putting the ball in the basket. It's my ability to create opportunities for teammates, grab crucial rebounds, and impact every facet of the game. And this is the part most people miss when evaluating MVP candidates. The Liberty have been absolutely decimated by injuries this season. We're talking about a team that has managed to suit up their complete roster for exactly 2 games all season long. They've endured significant stretches without either Jonquel Jones or Breanna Stewart, 2 of their most important pieces. Yet somehow, they're still sitting pretty in second place in the league standings. Who's been the constant through all this chaos? You guessed it, Sabrina Ionescu. While her teammates have been rotating in and out of the medical tent,
Ionescu has missed exactly 1 contest this season due to a minor neck issue.
Even when that tightness affected her performance during a road trip,
She bounced back quickly and continued shouldering the load for a Liberty squad that
refuses to use injuries as an excuse.
Let's talk numbers for a moment, because Ionescu's statistics are genuinely eye-opening. She entered Friday's game ranking 5th league-wide in scoring, with a career-best 20 points per game, a significant jump that showcases her expanded offensive role. Among guards specifically, she sits 6th in rebounding at 4.9 boards per contest, proving her willingness to battle in the paint despite her smaller stature. Her 5.5 assists per game rank 8th league-wide, while she's logging the 11th most minutes in the entire WNBA. Those numbers earned her July's Player of the Month honors, and she's been absolutely scorching since the All-Star break.
But here's what the stat sheet can't capture about
Ionescu's value. Picture this. Defenses have to account for Ionescu's presence even when she doesn't have the basketball. Her off-ball movement creates spacing that opens up scoring opportunities for teammates who might otherwise face double teams. She possesses this almost magnetic quality that disrupts defensive schemes simply by existing on the court. Then there's her transition game. Ionescu can grab a defensive rebound and immediately push the pace, or she'll uncork a perfectly weighted 40-foot outlet pass that lands right in a teammate's hands for an easy score. These are the subtle skills that separate good players from great ones, and great players from MVP candidates. But here's where the debate gets really interesting. Ionescu has also evolved defensively this season.
Part of that improvement stems from entering this campaign in the best physical condition of her professional career, allowing her to maintain intensity on both ends of the floor throughout longer stretches.
She's been really impressive for us all season long with whatever we need, Brondello emphasized.
Obviously, we know that she can score the ball, and she has been doing that at a high rate. But her ability to rebound, her ability to create offense for her teammates, yes, she should definitely be in the MVP conversation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room regarding MVP voting criteria. Unlike the NBA, the WNBA doesn't enforce a minimum games played requirement for MVP consideration. However, many voters operate under an unofficial guideline that candidates should appear in roughly 75 to 80% of regular season games to warrant serious consideration. This season, that translates to somewhere between 33 to 35 games.
Here's where the injury bug affecting other MVP contenders becomes crucial to the narrative. Collier, who many considered the early frontrunner, has suited up for just 26 games and faces at least 2 more weeks on the sideline, possibly longer. Alyssa Thomas, another deserving candidate, has appeared in only 25 contests. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson's bid for a 4th MVP award has been complicated by Las Vegas's inconsistent team performance this season. This creates a fascinating scenario where Ionescu's remarkable durability and consistency might just be the deciding factors in what's shaping up to be one of the more unpredictable MVP races in recent memory. With 14 regular season games remaining, Ionescu has prime opportunity to strengthen her MVP case. But in typical fashion, she's not sweating the individual recognition. I just try to focus on the things that I can control, and being obviously the best that I can for this team and getting wins, she stated matter-of-factly. What she takes most pride in, the continuous improvement that has defined her entire career. I'd say what I'm most proud of is just how I can continue to get better every year in so many different ways, and on both sides of the ball, Ionescu reflected. I'm not really satisfied with the year I've had, but continuing to try and do more. That's something that's hard to do, and something that I've always done in my career. Continue to get better. Then she dropped this bombshell. I know I'm not even really scratching the surface of the player that I will be when this is all said and done. So here's the controversial question that's going to spark debate. In a season where traditional MVP favorites have been limited by injuries and team struggles, should voters prioritize availability and consistency over peak performance? Is Ionescu's steady excellence more valuable than the occasional brilliance of players who've missed significant time?
What do you think? Does Sabrina Ionescu deserve serious MVP consideration? Or are we getting caught up in recency bias and injury-related circumstances? Should the award go to the most talented player, or the one who's been most valuable to their team's success throughout the entire season? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's see where you stand on this increasingly heated debate.